Yo, but say yo, yo, but say yo, yo, but say yo. All right, back to it again. This time is new early game. How do I rune? And when I say new early game, look, I've been doing arena as much as I possibly can, but as you can see that I don't have none of my towers max, right? So I'm just as early game as you. I'm just as early game as you. Don't have none of the towers max, and I'm trying to get where you're, you know what I'm saying? Try to get where the high player go. So we're early. Once again, we're only, they keep telling me to buy that. I'm not buying it. We're only 61 days in. So this is 61 days in. And a lot of the runes, about 89 to 92% of our runes that we have been farmable. There was like, you got 1% that we use that came from the quest. When you complete the quest, you get those vampire runes and you get those rage rune and all that. We use those, and we got some on some packs that we did get, but for majority of the packs that we got, I think we use a total of 6 runes total. The rest literally came from farming. So you really and truly have to farm. You just gotta farm. But as it is customary to start this video, we're gonna do a temple. Yeah, we're gonna do one temple. This right here I don't like. 1 scroll, 7, so you get 8 summons for 1350 just to get a nat 3 and to get a whole bunch of nat 3s. You gotta do a better job of selling me on that one. I tried it. Very disappointed, right? Very disappointed. But I tried it. I did try it. So we're gonna do giants today. So it's customary to get those who saw the video, want to watch the video and see the see me fail miserably at not putting any nat 5. If I do get a lightning, it's probably gonna be the water as I told you before. If I did get something, it's gonna be water. I thought it was gonna be the end emoji, but it's a water art master. Pardon me a second. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Yeah, so I knew it was gonna be a water if it was gonna be a nat 5. So there it is. Water nat 5. You know, yay. But that's not the point of the video. The point of the video is literally a how we do early giants run, right? We say that one for the homies who ain't here. Cool. So let's go. Here's my thought process. So dot teams. So when you first start the game, the question is you're inundated with a whole bunch of who should I two-way, who should I two-way. You got people telling you to two-way Spectra. Good choice. Two-way Crow. Where's my Crow? Also good choice. And Rogue. Also good choice. Lulu. It's a lot of two-way monsters that you really want to do, right? But if you're early game, my suggestion would be the first two-way that you do should be Tattoo. Hear me out. Tattoo should be your early game, and then once you get Tattoo, right? So say you didn't get Melia, right? You didn't get a Melia, but you got a Tattoo. And you need a dot team, right? People is like, well, you need Tattoo along with Saf, two-way. Now, Tattoo is more important because you just need dots on enemies, right? The more dots you put on enemy, the better, right? So with the monster box, you just got to go into search, hit anything that do crit damage, continuous damage, and you have a plethora of people you could actually use in place of Melia or anything else, right? So you're trying to find something that do AoE along with dots, and you figure out your best. You can fuse Beretta. And get some nice dot out there. You can use 2 of those. You could go down to the water units, see what's out there. These guys are not bad. Believe it or not, they're not bad for doing dots. The imps are not bad for doing dots. So there's a lot of things out there that you could use that do dots. Where is it? That's a 2-turn. I'm trying to find the one that, of course, you know, I love my Elven Rangers, right? I need something that do AoE dots. The Dhalsims, they do that. The Poison Master now that they're out. The Poison Master do that. So try to find something that do dots, and you try to make your once again, the water serpent. You know, he doesn't do dots, but Mantura do dots. That's the dark one that we talked about in Dragon's video. He does dots. And he does it on the whole team. So Mantura would do dots on the whole team. So instead of 2 Melias, you could just do 2 Manturas. Or anything of the sort. You know, tickle your fancy. Tickle your fancy. The only problem with these mummies are they just don't have no I think one of the mummies do dots. I think it is the light one do AoE dots. I'm not sure. I thought one of them. I know they do, but I'm trying to see which one do AoE dots. Commune. I guess they don't. Oh well. Either way, there's a lot of dot units out there you could get, and tattoo just explode dots. So therefore you're good to go. That's why I would say tattoo would be the first one. So because of that, we're gonna do a dot team traditional wise since we got 2 Melias, right? My thought process early game. Once again, you don't have to use Melia. You can use anything that has dots. Tattoo will blow up the dots. That's why I like her so much. And then when you do your second 2A, you could go with Salt and you'd be good to go, right? So let's go with this. So thought process. First, we have a Bastet that we already runed up for dragons. We're gonna use Bastet. Now we need Salt to go first. I mean second. So we need Salt to go second. We would like to have Salt on a speed. A speed as much as possible, team. Speed. Because we definitely need him to go first. He has very low speed, and we're going to have everybody go below. Besides the step, we're going to have everybody go below Salt. So that's the mentality. The reason why I would like to have him on Violent more than anything else is because I want him to cycle so much to where he could put crit damage on all the units. I mean, continuous damage on all the units. So we're going to try to do that. So let's try some speed and try to do some accuracy. Tolerance keep coming up. So we're going to force ourselves to use tolerance because it keeps coming up. So let's find a tolerance set that could do something for us. So here's our tolerance set. We don't have little but nothing, but we do have one that has some speed and accuracy on it, and boom, he is getting good up there in ages. So let's see what else we could put on him. Do we have any violent? We have violent slot 4, but the speed is lackluster. So he may not be a speed unit after all. He may not be a speed unit. This is something that you have to just put later on down the road. If you don't force it. 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 Let's go with speed. Let's just see, can we do it? Speed. Defense with 22 speed. No accuracy. 20 speed. Accuracy. '17 speed, no accuracy. 10 speed, so that's 7 off of that. We just try to make him high enough because it's so easy to get the melees to go over his speed so quickly. So you got to be careful. Problem with this is he has no tankiness. I think we're good at 192, right? I mean, no, that's 200. We're good at 200. 202? We're good at 202. So we could throw an HP on him. A HP somewhere. I know you're saying to yourself, but he don't have enough accuracy. He will. He is going to be good enough. He's going to derp a lot, but it's going to be good enough. All right, we're going to see how that works out. We could have did something a little bit different and do an accuracy, but we just didn't have that speed that we needed. All right, we're going to test it out. So now that we know that he's at 208, now that we know he's at 208, we got to get the melees out of that underneath 208. I want one melia to be, see, her speed is so easily to just go up there, so we're not really concerned about that. What we're concerned about is her accuracy. We want them to have accuracy, and that's what we're concerned about. So we could do accuracy on this, HP somewhere. On slot 4, we're gonna do HP here. And we're going to do HP here. Her speed, I promise you, is good. Is going to be good enough. Look, just like that. We did 21 to 23 speed in slot 3. As you can tell, they drop a lot of resistance runes for me. A lot when I farm dragons. We don't care for her to have that much speed, but is this good enough? That is good enough. We just need HP in slot 3. We don't care about nothing else. We just need to be tanky as AF. The speed is fine. The accuracy is fine. The speed is fine. We're tanky enough. We have this melia on violent just for the reason of, oh, she's really tanky. We have her on violent just for the reason of we could get some more dots out. The next melia we're going to have on despair. We want despair because we want her to stun. So here we go. Oh, caught on sin, caught on mistake. So let's go into accuracy, see what we got for accuracy. We have one on despair, but it don't have any speed on it. So let's just find something with speed on it. It really don't matter. This one looks perfect. It's tanky, got speed. Let's go back into our despair. We got a slot 2 with HP, some attack. We good to go. We got a slot 4 with 18 speed. Good to go. So now we just need some speed on these right here. That's 23. That's gonna be that's a good amount, right? That's a good amount. Okay. And then we're gonna come back with a energy set and see which one has the better speed on it. She's right now a little bit too fast for my liking. Not for yours, but just for mine, okay? So slot 3 could be, no. We could go down 10. That's not bad. We could go up in accuracy. by 10, which brings up right where we need to go for accuracy. This right here for 1, so we're going to use this one right here. Resistance, accuracy, and HP. And we're good to go. So Melia, both Melia is done. This is early game dot team now. They're all slower than the Salt, so they go right after Salt. And last but not least, we need to do Tattoo. Tattoo is going to be another violent build, and Tattoo speed, as you can see, is very high. We're not worrying about her having anything but tankiness to her. So let's go ahead and eliminate the tankiness that we need. 17 speed seems cool. Might want to do something. We're going to do this right here. We want her to be on violent, because we want her to automatically destroy the continuous damage as much as possible. So she's good. Let's get some more violent out here. There's some, put some, I'm not really, I know she also do crit damage. I'm not really concerned about that, honestly. Her one job is to do what her one job is. Yeah, she's good enough, right? She's good enough right there. We're just gonna find whatever E we have. This right here is 176. I'm thinking she's gonna be a little bit too fast, but we're gonna test it out. We're gonna have to test it out. All right, let me see what the event is. Free rune removal, that's what we're doing today. Nothing special, but some collection points. Let's check on that Dragon's team that we said earlier. We're going to end this one after this battle. As you can see, it's not failing. It has not failed. I've been getting a lot of revenge runes. I just don't know if I want to keep them. I sell runes like this. I sell runes like this. Can you roll speed and get 17 speed? Is 17 speed worth it? That's the question. Is 17 speed worth keeping a blue rune? This is early game, so anything we could get off speed, we could try to get off speed. So the most we could get is 16. The most we could get is 16. And we got 14. That might be a sell later on. That might be a sell later on. But early game, that's a good rune to have early game. As you can see, the team have not failed since the last video. We just been doing runs after runs. Verdi Hill sometimes get wiped. But with Kadish doing the attack bar reduction, that's what you need. You need somebody that could do 2 attack bar reduction. So Lauren and somebody else. Once again, the Water Sea Serpent or anything that you find that could do that. But other than that, I did re-rune the Tayor. He is slower, but he has a lot more attack, so he can do a lot more damage. Nah, the time, I need to change the speed back because the time has gone up. I don't like that. But either way, we're going to test out the dot team now that we put into place for early game. They're already there. Let's run them. We're trying to see, can we survive the crystals on the second wave. Not the mid ball, but the wave after that. Because we're early game, we don't have the 30-second team like the Lucian and stuff like that. Do we have a Lucian? Yes. Is he skilled up? No. Even if he's skilled up, do we have the rune set that we could one-shot the waves? No. So why put lipstick on a pig, right? Just because you see the channel, other YouTube channels say, hey, use Lucian and your Lucian is not strong enough, don't force it. It's better to be safe and keep collecting your runes versus trying to force something and keep losing all the time. So this is where it will more than likely fail, if it is going to fail. All right. So long as we can survive those 2 hits right there, we should be good enough to where everything else is not a problem. We're coming close. Salt may not make it. Salt did not make it. And this is why I say tattoo is important, because although Salt didn't make it, with enough dots that we have, man, they are tearing us up. I think this is just a bad run. I think it's just a bad run. That's why I don't consider Salt as important, because so long as Tattoo could blow this stuff up like that, that's all I'm concerned about. So long as the Melias could put dots on to where if the boss decided to take another turn, he's dead, Salt really don't affect me now. Now, if Salt was there, that would have wiped him automatically. But we're not really concerned about that. Salt is usually, for me, just the waves. It's 2:18, as you can see before. I got down to 40 seconds with this team. But that was before I had to re-rune it for this video. So let's go back to it and see what we did again. As you can see, a lot better this time around. If Tattoo would have proc right there, that would have been an easy kill, but she didn't proc. So here's the issue, because she did her proc right there. The other Melia that was supposed to be on Violent is doing her job. That means that they don't have nothing to do. He just want to be a resistant whore, ain't he? Resist all the time. I got a water art master, yo. Ah! Yo. And this should be an easy kill. Dots, and done. And that's how you do a Giants team. For those out there who's looking to see what the dot team does, this is how you do a Giants team. This run will go automatic and you don't have to worry about dying. You saw in the worst case scenario with them taking turns over and over again what would take place, and you see that it is not a problem to actually survive. And if anybody die, it will be Salt. Salt is not the tankiest. The other units, as you can see, are very tanky. Salt is not the tankiest. If you want, you can always plus up some defense on him and max out his slot 5 to get some tankiness on him if you're following my guide. But other than that, you know what I'm going to do. You know I'm about to go get me a water. I got to go. In fact, you saw the stats, right? Now that we have these 2 teams built. That means that with just these 2 teams now, you could do about a lot of the dungeons. So let's go through it. Just off these 2 teams, I have nothing else built. Just these 2 teams. Let's see what you could do with these 2 teams. We're not going to be able to do Necro. All right, we ain't got to do Necro. It could be able to do Steel Fortress because we're using the same thing. Now we see that we're taking Cadiz from Dragon that we built. Once again, if you have that Water Serpent, well, you need something that could do beneficial block. So I guess in this case, you probably want to do a Dark Vampire Lord, the one that you get from the Ancient Shop. You probably want to do him. That's a really good one to use. But let's go with this. I don't know which Melia is actually in there right now, so let's see, can it just be done? So when you have your two teams, you can mix and match to do what you need to do. I could take out Bastet and put in a Vertiheal. I'm just, you know, once again new, so therefore my goal is to be as safe as possible. As you can see, the Cadiz is doing attack bar reduction. That's why we don't have Lauren. This is definitely taking way too long. We don't have the. We should put in another. We could put in another Melia to make it faster, but I'd rather be safe than fast. If that makes sense, right? And if you're new to the game anyway, you don't have that much crystals, so slow runs is your best friend because your energy gets to recharge. Now, if you're whaling and you're spending money in the game and you have enough crystals, then you might want to go faster so you can get more stuff. But this right here is just enough time for you to just put this on auto, go do something with your life for 30 minutes, come back, hit the auto button while you're working, and you're good to go. All right, we got damage. Once again, Cadiz is going to... Well, Cadiz was supposed to do a heal block. Cadiz will do it now. And we're good to go because he would never take a turn again. He has enough dots on him to where even if he did take a turn, he was going to die anyway. But it is what it is. And that is your Steel Fortress by using those two teams that we already built in the guide. Remember, slow and steady wins the game. Damage on light. Additional damage, 3% of attack. Crit damage received is less. And this is on a light unit. So I need me a nice light damage dealer. I wonder if I was going to summon one of those. And once again, we're going to do this again just to make sure that it's not a fluke. And you can take what I say to the bank. The first run seemed to be... Now, they're doing damage now, which is on the... Without the dots, they actually doing damage, which is... You know what? Bastet is probably not the best for here because this is wind and she's water. But that shield is phenomenal because everybody's now focused on her and she's so tanky, she could take their damage. See? She could just take their damage. They're going to focus on her, which means that the chance of getting wiped out is going to be slim. See, they're all going to be focused on Bastet and she's tanky. Yeah, keep focus on her. We don't have no healers except for Cadiz. Keep on forgetting, Cadiz is healing. Cadiz should do weakening attack. Of course not. We got a tap breakup, so therefore he can't hit for nothing. Oh, he did kill the Bastet. You know what? Show him, Cadiz. Don't you ever in your life hit Bastet again. Get out of here. They killed Bastet. Monsters. So now we have a Steel Fortress team, a Giants team, a Dragons team, all by building two teams. Punisher Crypt. Can you do the same? Can you just use any of the combination to do Punisher Crypt? Here's Punisher Crypt. As you can see, I never did floor 10 of Punisher Crypt, right? His thing is he cannot be a reducing attack bars. You can't reduce his attack bars, and that is what exactly everybody that we have does. Melia reduce attack bars. Cadiz reduce attack bars. So we're going to have to do something different, and he has a speed lead. But we're going to try to use the units that we do have and see what happens. Just using units that we already built. Nothing else. Don't forget, we have never done Steel Fortress Dungeon 10 yet. This is our first time actually try to get this done. I think we tried before when we were like early game just to see what it was looking like. But we have never actually tried our best to get it done. So that's a glance in. Problem is we don't have a debuffer. And that scares me. That we don't have a debuffer. The Tayor is here to do a slow, but he's not slow. Well, he did slow some things down. But can he put a slow on the boss? And we don't have a healer. So this is concerning. We got glancing. Nah, I don't see this working. If we get some more dots on the balls, okay. We're not getting we're not getting nothing to land. We got one dot. And our dot multiplier is now gone. No. I mean, we could do the Melias and all those. It's just the fact is, every time he takes a turn, every time the attack bar decrease, he takes a turn, and we can use that to our advantage. We can manipulate the AI till we can use it to their advantage. What I mean by that is, watch this. We're going to manipulate it to our advantage, and the reason why we're going to try to use it to manipulate it to our advantage is if they put like 2 dots on him and he takes a turn right away, he's just killing himself faster. So long as we're able to, he just, I just don't know if we just need Bastet to put up a shield. Even if this worked, it wouldn't be a stable team because Bastet is guaranteed a derp at some point doing a 10 run. And we're going to be screwed. See, we just shot all our lows right there, so we definitely don't want to kill right now. Oh, Bastet, no, Bastet, no. Go one more time, Bastet. All right, let's hope that she got her shield back up because she is skilled up. No, she's not. No, this is what we're talking about. He takes a turn automatic. He didn't take a turn because we didn't reduce his attack bar. All right, let's go. No. There's the shield. There's the dots. He got cleansed. That tower on the other side is cleansing them too crazy. So we need. He's getting cleansed too much. So we gotta attack the left tower. If we could do this if we attack the left tower first. But we're not doing that today. So we just gotta set it up to where the left tower get attacked first, and then the boss is dead. He won't be cleansed. The dots will kill him. But other than that, I'm gonna go play with my Water Art Master. Man, I was going to 6-star something. I forgot what I was gonna 6-star. I was gonna actually 6-star the wind, whatever this one is called. But now we gotta do the water art master. When enemy remove harmful effect, the attack bar of oh, they cleanse the steel fortress ball. So every time he get cleansed, our attack bar would go up 25%. When the enemy remove a beneficial effect, when enemies remove beneficial effect from allies, all harmful effect on the ally with remove benefit effect will be removed and the attack bar will be increased by 10%. Yo! I'm going to kill Void in RTA. Attack all enemies to remove benefits granted on them and increase the chance of landing a glancing hit. This is my new bay, y'all. This is my new bay. So I will be in water dungeon. I don't want this video to go long, but let's do this real quick. Let's do this. I really don't want it to. But everything else is just, look. I'm going to do one dungeon, and you can see that everything works the same for all dungeons. Okay, cool. You see that? It works the same for all dungeons. The 2 teams that you build works in every dungeon. Water, wind, everything else, it works, okay? Boom. We're just gonna go clear through this without no problem. That's. She always igniting stuff that she ain't got nothing to ignite. But we're not concerned. She's on violence, so she should be able to proc and kill everything. She's gonna proc and kill the water beast. I'm not worried about that. And he's dead. So that's how it works. All your Hall of whatever, just use the same units all throughout, and you're good to go. That's it. You ain't got to worry about nothing else. So thank you for watching. See you in the next one.